too much detail about it. Clearly, you can just follow me and know what's going on with that. But I do appreciate all of your guys' support and love and messages and every positive amount of positive vibes that you have been sending my way and my sister's way. Because, you know, we definitely need that, because I feel like every day it's getting worse. So I'm not going to get into it because I'll just like start crying and then we need an intervention. So I'm just going to move forward, but I do appreciate you guys and all your positive vibes and all the messages and everything. I also want you to know that at no point so far, and hopefully in the future, I mean, I know I'm going to have days coming, things that are ahead for myself and my family, but I also want you to know that I'm doing everything I can to not put any of my coaches and or customers on the back burner at any time. I did have a coach that recently quit and said, I know you have a lot going on and you hadn't reached out to me and blah, 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 which is complete BS, because there is so many calls that you guys can get on. Everyone has my scheduler link, so if you have not gotten on a, you need a one-on-one with me, you could definitely have a one-on-one with me. Sign up, and don't not sign up because you're like, man, I don't want to bother you. Like, I know things are going on, or if you have a question, definitely post your questions in the coach group. We have the coach thread. We have so many things, guys, that you can do. And it's really funny because Michelle and I always talk about this, because there's so many resources, even on YouTube and different ways. And when I started, guys, when I built this like foundation and everything, I didn't have me teaching me. Like, I didn't really have, it's funny because when Annie Walls, you guys all know Annie, when we started like 3 years ago, we used to post sales flyers. Like, I'm gonna have to turn that off for a second, my phone. We used to post sales flyers like, like if they're like T25 is on sale, $140, and we would send people these long messages, like this long, talking about how awesome Team Boom was, and this is our link to buy stuff. So we have evolved so much, and honestly, how we have evolved is we've been staying so close to the fire, and the fire would be, for example, somebody that you can find that is kind of like somebody that is a success partner that you can run with, and somebody that is going to hold you accountable. And I used to do this, guys, when I was in school for dance. I went to college for dance. I know most of you guys do that. I grew up as a competitive dancer, and I have a dance degree, and my emphasis was modern, blah, blah, blah. But I used to always pick the best person in the room. And I would pick the best person in the room, and then I would be their partner. And then I would outwork them every day and then do better than them every day. Now, this is a little bit trickier because you find that success partner, but with this, it's not like you're trying to outwork them or do better than them. It's just somebody that, like, that you can see, like, man, Michelle Katz has a really good Instagram story, and mine is over here with like this candy corn post-it that says like do hard things, and my story kind of sucks, so I kind of need to step it up. And that's what I do. Like, I'll go to like Pat or Caroline Nathan or like Melanie Metro or like the top coaches, and then I look at their Instagram stories, and they're not, because I mean, you have to be authentic and you have to be you, but as far as like adding extra things to it, then I try to make it better, or I try to run with somebody that I know can hold me accountable in different ways. So I challenge you guys, there's a lot of you guys on this call today, definitely reach out. Like, you know, Jamie is flawless in her workouts. She works out every single morning, no matter what, is showing up. If it's 4:30 in the morning, she is there. If you are struggling in your workouts, reach out to Jamie and be like, you know what, let's message each other in the morning. Let's message each other in the morning. Michelle and I always laugh about how we don't have any content. So Michelle like got me the spa package or, you know, I need to obviously relax. And it was so funny because I was like, thank you so much. And I was like, it came at the perfect time because I don't have any content either on my wall. And then I started crying, you know, because I was emotional and stuff. But, you know, just going to other coaches' pages, seeing what their content is, seeing what they're posting about. If you're posting about the same thing and your posts are always the same thing, stop doing that. Change it up. But I'm not going to get into that because that's not the purpose of this call. So I just wanted to do a quick opener, thanking you guys for being supportive and also challenging you. You guys can't hear me? Oh, no, that was before. Challenging you guys to find a success partner. Find somebody that you can run with that, you know, can be and can give you an honest opinion. And this, like, you know, I mean, Carrie Steelman, like, she gave me an honest opinion before and said something about some of my posts. It was like last year, and it really pissed me off. And she was like, I've noticed a change in your posts. It's really like white noise. It's the same thing all the time. And I was like, me, a white noise? Like, I'm a starting coach. Like, what do you mean? And then I looked at like all my posts and they were like, hey, I'm looking for 5 people. Like, join my thing every single day. So sometimes you need that honest friend to tell you, like, to change it up. So I always, you know, ask your most critical friend. And I remember that day we did it about everyone's, hey, Marie. Oh, yeah, exactly, Danielle. I was like, girl, this isn't working. We got to change it. And then remember that day we were like super critical with everybody's storefront and you were like, oh my God, we need to change our profile picture. Like, you need to change our banner. We need to set up our storefront, because you always want to look more interested in people than we do interesting. Now, I do a couple interesting things trying to change it up during the week, but we want to be more interested in people and talking about things on our Facebook wall that it's not always about us, that we worked out, where's our quote, we did it, no excuses, what is it for you? I challenge you guys this week, and then we're going to move into the meat of this call, but I challenge you this week to think about a problem that most people might be facing. And in your post, kind of come up with like a solution, you know, like, are you overwhelmed? Are you, you know, do you belong to like 5 gyms? And there's a bunch of gym specials coming out right now because it's the new year. And thank God it's almost the new year because I can finally cancel all my contracts because, oh my God, who on here belongs to like gyms and you never got? I know I do. I joined them like last year and I'm like, every time it comes out of my bank, I'm like, why? And try to think about things that people are facing. Right now, if you're posting about getting fit and eating clean on the holidays, I'm probably not going to want to join you. Who wants to do that? I mean, even though you're going to be posting about eating clean and doing that, maybe in your post, your wall post, change it up and say, do you want to have fun over the holidays but not overindulge? Could you use some tips to you know, help you through the candy canes and the pumpkin spice. That was so last month. That was Halloween, which is another funny thing because I was talking to my daughter's teacher the other day and I was like, have a nice Halloween, but I meant Christmas. So anyway, I meant gingerbread lattes. Now it's Christmas. So yeah, so kind of talking about things that people can relate to, because I've found that a lot of people are like, I don't want to do that right now because it's the holidays. And I actually sold a challenge pack to a mom at the bowling party that I was at this afternoon. And I totally went with that angle about, I was actually eating fried macaroni and cheese bites at the time. She was like, I see you online. And I actually had Shakeology today and fried macaroni and cheese bites. Seriously, I cannot be trusted without my Shakeology because what else would I have had? A bagel and fried, you know, macaroni and cheese bites. And anyway, she was like, oh, I see you online. I'm like, oh, crap, you know, like, hide these. And yes, and I was talking to her about, you know, how, like, I can eat these. I just, like, totally made up some BS about how I can eat these, but you know, I'm only going to eat 4 because I'm in this group and there's, like, portion control. And she was, like, super excited. So that was really cool. Sometimes you'll get those easy wins on challenge packs and you totally will make all those people that lie to you and say they're going to sign up that don't. Totally worth it because I have a few of those passive aggressive messages going out. in a little bit. But anyways, all right. So I have this little, and I'm trying to, okay, that was already 13 minutes. It was supposed to be like 5. Okay. I have this little video for us. Where'd you guys go? Okay, there you are. We're gonna watch this little motivational video that's gonna open up September. I mean, gonna open up December. See, I really don't know what I'm doing. If I can do this, anyone can, right? Actually, before we watch that video, I wanted to, can you guys see my Facebook right now? Yes?
Yeah.
I heard someone say yeah, I think.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
So congratulating Michelle Katz on being Coach of the Week. So congratulations, Michelle. We also have some people on the board for Team Volume. Team Volume is when you build that residual income. So we have John Houston with 180, Martha Katz with 180, Tamara Adams with 90. When it says ×2, it's because you're showing up in my first and second business center. Heather Swindell with 90, Nikayla Brown 90, Carrie Steelman with 90. That is her second business center. Heidi Bailey Houston with 90, Valerie with 90. And usually this week, last week, it's a little lower week because most people this week coming up and the first week of the month are usually the highest. We have Tim Ottaway with 802. He's like cheering over there. You have that sticker. My husband right now is like looking at me and he has a rhinestone like right here because my daughter put rhinestone earrings on him, and then one right here. Funny. And let's see, Carrie Steelman with 865, Michelle Katz with 604, myself with 1957. Then my second business center is not on here, but that was like 700 and something. And then Craig Smith with 205. And then the consistency board, Christine Carmack is always killing the consistency board. Hopefully you guys can all see my Facebook right now. She has 7 consistency. That means she is invited every day. She has followed up. New Emerald, you are a new Emerald, which is awesome. I think that you need one more coach to be Emerald, but you're halfway. Myself with 6, Randy with 5, Dudger with 3, Megan 2, and I'm sure you guys like Danielle. I'm sure you have invited and Megan more than one day this week, and Carrie and Michelle clearly, and Katie. So just make sure you comment on that. That is tonight's post. You don't need to see that. And my picture I used, since I told you guys that I talked to myself. That's where I put all my stuff, like a little clipboard. All right, hold on 1 second. And I don't want that one. I want to go up. And okay. This is a really good video. Can Jamie, can you see my YouTube?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
I just can't see you guys, sorry. This is my post for this week, by the way, so write this stuff down, you can use it.
I can't really hear it though, Marie. I don't know if it's just me or other people. Yeah.
No, I can't hear
It
it.
looks like other people can't hear it either. No.
No, I can't hear it.
This is like really good too. So just bear with me for 1 second because it leads into my next point. So hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's not just that we can't hear it, but it looks like very delayed also. It looks really slow. Like, I don't, and it looks like it doesn't look that way on your computer, right? It's just how we're
Yeah.
for some reason. I remember that happened like another time.
Yeah. I think I could move this up. If you guys can just, of course I can't. Very good. Anyway, I mean, I just, bear with me for 1 second. Hello? Can you hear it? Okay. Okay, I can see you guys now too. I have you pulled over to the side, so give me a how about that? Give me a second.
Marie, do you want me to try to share my screen?
Yeah, can you
I can try.
I'm
Because I
gonna
got
put
it up.
oh, you found it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead real quick.
Okay.
Thank you. It's really important to watch this because it makes you realize how your mind works and it really helps you to move yourself forward. So that would be great if you can share it. Is that Melissa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see.
I can't see you, so you might need to put your video on.
Okay. Oh, hold on 1 second. It keeps switching. Sorry, it's not working.
I can put it in the chat. What's it switching to?
My desktop? I clearly don't know how to work my...
It's okay.
I can do it.
Michelle, go ahead and try. I just shot it in the group chat.
Okay, let's see. All right, so share screen.
It looks easier than it is, guys.
Can you see my desktop? I have like a million things open here. Okay.
I don't want to be in the situation to have to go home and say to my daughter.
What is that? Is that the video?
This is Neil.
Might be a commercial.
Okay.
Like, who's Neil? I thought some of our UK friends were on.
Can you guys hear this right now?
Our minds are designed
Yes.
at all costs from doing anything that might hurt you. There are so many people in the world, and you know, you may be watching.
Guys, just make sure that Michelle, can you exit off of that bottom thing and then just try to listen and you guys can hear it. It is low, but we can hear it.
How do I exit?
The X.
And
By her head.
beings are not designed
Oh, I see.
to do
I see.
things that are uncomfortable or scary or difficult.
Now turn it up over by the volume.
Okay. Sorry.
And in order to change,
There we go.
build a business, in order to be the best parent, the best spouse, to do all those things that you know you want to do with your life, with your work, with your dreams, you're going to have to do things that are difficult. uncertain, or scary, which sets up this problem for all of us.
The one thing we have in this world is we can't control the events, but we can choose what to focus on, we can choose what things mean, and we can choose what to do. Those three choices, those three decisions really control our life.
You can always make a decision. That's always in your control. Staying with somebody that treats you like garbage is a decision. It is. Staying at a job that you hate is a decision. Staying in the body that you are not proud of is a decision. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy to change. It's simple. It's your job to push yourself.
It's not the smartest people who achieve success. It's the people who procrastinate less, make fewer excuses as they take actions every day towards the goals that they want to achieve.
Indecision is the thief of opportunity. Indecision means the door is still closed. Indecision means the opportunity waits. Indecision means what could be is postponed or may never be.
If you want to be successful in anything in life, never lose the sight of setting a goal without doing something that commits you to fulfillment.
The next morning, the alarm goes off, and I pretended NASA was there. It's the stupidest story. I literally went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I counted out loud, and then I stood up. And I'll never forget standing there in my bedroom. It was dark. It was cold. It was winter in Boston. And for the first time in 3 months, I had beaten my habit of hitting the snooze button. There were moments all day long, just like that 5-second moment in bed, where I knew, knowledge, what I should do. And if I didn't move within 5 seconds, my brain would step in and talk me out of it. Every human being has a 5-second window. It might even be shorter for you. You have about a 5-second window in which you can move from idea to action before your brain kicks into full gear and sabotages any change in behavior.
Your life is what you think it should be. That's exactly what you are right now. You are what you thought you should be. And if you don't like who you are, you got to change what you think you should be. What you think is more important than what you do. And so if you want to change, you got to work on this attitude bit.
Decide, commit, act, succeed, repeat. The one thing that all the greats have in common is they sweat the small stuff. They pay very, very close attention to every detail.
What makes you comfortable can ruin you. And what makes you uncomfortable is the only way to grow.
What you are and what you become depends on how you use your time. The billionaire and the beggar both have 24 hours every day. The old and the young, black and the white, the Indian and the Asian are all given the same amount of time every day. You cannot stop a day. You cannot stop an hour. But you can control how it will be used.
When life comes down to your decisions, if you change your decisions, you will change everything. When you understand the power of a 5-second decision, and you understand that you always have a choice to go from autopilot to decision maker, everything in your life will change. You will be a different negotiator. You will be different in sales. You will be unstoppable in the gym because you will realize the amount of garbage that you put in the way of your hopes, of your dreams, of your potential, of your confidence, of your courage. Everything comes down to the decisions that you make.
ownership. Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing. Get control of your ego. Take ownership of everything in your world, the good and the bad. Of your mistakes, take ownership of your shortfalls, and then take ownership of the solutions that will get those problems solved. Take ownership of your mission. Take ownership of your job, of your home, of your future, and take ownership of your life.
The first source of inspiration is deciding. The second source of inspiration is planning. And now, here's a big source of inspiration, getting started. Actually turning thought and the notes on the paper, the plans, actually now committing it to action, getting started.
I'm a humongous believer that ideas are and that execution's the game.
Well, I think the one thing that discipline definitely does help you with is it helps you get things done. And when you get things done, when you actually do things, you have more success. If you have more success, and sometimes a big part of success is just not being lazy and just doing it. That's like 90% of it is just showing up. Get there and start working. Like, you're not gonna feel perfect every day. If I only worked out when I felt good, I'd be a fat f***.
Discipline, it does start with waking up early. It really does. But that is just the beginning. And I always say that discipline is the root of all good qualities. But you have to absolutely apply it to things outside of just waking up early. It's everything. It's working out every day, making yourself stronger and faster and more flexible and healthier. Discipline is eating the right foods to fuel your system. It's about disciplining your emotions so you can make good decisions. Doing tasks that you don't necessarily want to do, but that you know will help you.
The thing about self-discipline is that it is necessary for everything you do in your life. You have to be self-disciplined. Discipline is not punishment. It's not. If you change your mindset and really focus it on what discipline really is, you start to welcome discipline. You welcome self-discipline into your life.
People have to know you, not because, oh, he's a good salesman. Oh, he's a good this. Oh, he's an artist. People need to know you for one major thing first. He works. He produces. The guy's there every day. The guy's pushing and shoving. Because the truth is, no matter how good your ideas are, how good your art is, or how good your skill set is, if you're not working, man, if you're not vibrating at a frequency that people say, God, how does that guy do all that? If you're not vibrating at that rate, if you're not working at that level, you're not going to make it.
So, thank you, Michelle, for sharing that. So some of the big takeaways that I had from that were, one of the biggest quotes that I remember that Pat said to me a couple years ago was, and I heard it in this, that he said, it's necessary for me to do well here. Not me, but like for him to do well here. And that always kind of stuck with me. I know that this will help me. I don't show up every day, guys, because I have time or I feel like it. Because to be honest with you, right now I'm in the hardest spot of my entire life, and I don't feel like it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to post on my Facebook wall. I don't want to do anything. I don't even want to get up, you know? But I think that everything, the disciplining your discipline, being consistent, getting up, and it's not something that's going to happen. And I know I'm kind of relating life to Beachbody, but when you merge those two things together, It's not going to happen overnight. I feel like everything that I've done so far led me up to this point to be able to cope with what's ahead, because my discipline is disciplined. My getting up early is in check, and it takes time to be able to do that. Are you gonna be able to get up, every day early and work out consistently, and post on your Facebook wall that morning post that we've talked about for years? You're probably gonna try. It takes time. It takes discipline. It takes showing up. It takes, what is the other quote that they said in there? Okay, first you have to commit, then you have to have a plan. So what is your plan? Like, do you have a plan, or you just kind of see what happens? So that planning aspect leads me into telling you guys some important dates that you probably want to write down on your planner. So it is December, and I personally have an action plan for our team, Fit Crew Boom Empire coaches, and anyone else that I've adopted along the way. We are running a Coach Basics that is going to be on December 12th for new coaches. I have reformulated this Coach Basics group, and what we are going to do in that is I am going to teach 3 skills in the Coach Basics. There's going to be 3 skills that I'm going to teach, and it's going to start December 12th. I'm going to teach you how to come out as a Beachbody coach, and I'm going to teach you how to, this is for new coaches or coaches that are already on here. You can join it. I'm going to teach you how to find new people and work your cold market and your warm market, and how to come up with a schedule that fits your life. Those are the 3 things that I feel are the most important things that you need to know to become a successful Beachbody coach. Once you master those 3 things that I'm going to teach in the Coach Basics, then you can add all the other fluff later. Okay? So those 3 skills are super important, and that is December 12th. Or that's 12th is a Tuesday, so it's December 11th that is. I'm sorry about that. We are going to also be doing a coach sneak peek, a look into coaching. What is coaching? Like, what is it not? I am going to go live in there and share a little bit about what coaching is. Michelle Katz is going to go live in there and share a little bit about what coaching is. And I need, and anybody else that would like to go live in there, you can. But I would love to have you also do it, Heather Swindell, because you have a great story. And I think that a lot of people think that to be a coach, what's that one girl's name? Karen, is it Karen? She's in the government or whatever. She's doing P90X right now. I can't think of her name. Is it Karen? It's not Karen. I can't think of her name. I'm drawing a blank. But she would be a great coach, but
Lauren?
Not Lauren. It's the one lady that lives in Canada, and she posts pictures that it was snowing outside her house.
Carrie?
Carrie, yes. And she thinks that she wouldn't be a good coach, but she would be the best coach. And I want people to see that there's so many, the physical fitness that I'm in right now and where I'm in my life right now didn't get me to what I built the foundation. People want to take a journey with you, and so many, sometimes it's hard for people to be relatable to me because I get a lot of crap all the time, well, I go to work, or I work and I'm not home, or, it's hard for me because I'm, 200 pounds. I get all that stuff. So a lot of people think they would be coaches would be awesome coaches. So we're going to do that Coach Sneak Peek December 12th, 13th, 14th. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Also, another quick thing is we want to make sure that we, after your challenger has been run into the new year for 2 rounds, which is 60 days, they need to be moved to the graduate. Okay? So Steve, you are not in Run Into the New Year, but we have another group called Run Into the New Year. It's big. So when we started this 30 days ago, we're a week into the 40 days. Once they get through the original people, and you can tell because we can go to the photos in the groups with the point counter, they need to move to the graduate. At the end of this 30 days, those people that have been in it for 60 are going to be in line for the, we were going to do a gift card or a pair of shoes or something that's useful, but we need to talk more about the prize, and we can discuss that at a later date. the next thing that I need to do is for December, a lot of people lose momentum. So I would like us to pick some dates that we can go in there live and do a live, or I need some people that are willing to go in the run into the new year, the graduate, and Jamie, you can also talk to your friends that are in your group, because I keep forgetting you do have an awesome group that's going that is great. Your group is awesome. I follow that group for amazing motivation every day. But we're going to go live and stream the workout. Okay? So let me see. Right, I have my dates down. So for example, December 6th would be Wednesday. So Heather, if you were willing to go live, we did this before, and do a workout on Wednesday, December 6th, and run into the new year, you could show up live and make a post. If anybody wants to work out with me at 1:30, I'm going to be going live doing whatever. Okay? So that is, would you be willing to do that, Heather, on the 6th? I was going to say tomorrow, but it's too late to tell people in that group and then they won't show up.
I should be able to do it on the 6th, no problem. It may be a little bit later than 1:30 though, but I'll work out the
time. I just made up like a time, like a random time.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
You want to.
Sure.
Then it brings us to the next week, and I was going to go live in there on the 12th. Workout. So I need somebody that would like to go. You don't have to like lead it. It's just you're doing the whole workout like you're going live in there. 17. So my calendar's messed up. 16, 17, 18. December the 18th. I know, Megan, that you get up really early and do your workout. Would you be willing to go in there on Monday the 18th? Either in the graduate, well, let's just do run into the new year right now, and then we can pick some people for the other one. So the 18th, the 25th is, well, that's Christmas, so nobody wants to do that. Okay. So the next one would be the graduate. Suzanne, you're really good. Your workouts are awesome and you're really good live. You don't necessarily, guys, too, have to do a Beachbody workout. You could just share like something. Maybe you just want to do arms or legs or like a Zumba, like something that, it doesn't have to be Beachbody. Would you be willing this week, one of the days this week, Suzanne, to go live and running in the graduate group doing a workout this week? I was thinking that might be good to engage our viewers. Maybe like, I don't know to give you a specific day, because I know things get crazy with like kids. Maybe like the 7th or 8th, like later in the week.
That's yeah.
Okay, and then I can do the 14th in the graduate. And then does anyone else want to do? We have the 21st. Does anybody want to do that? A volunteer for the 21st in the graduate? Anyone? Megan, awesome. I'm writing this on my calendar. And it can be any time. And I know Valerie and some other coaches that are on here jump in there, but I'm gonna say something like, hey guys, I'm super excited. I'm gonna be going live, doing Core de Force at 1:30. If you wanna join me, you don't have to be perfect. You just put your phone up there, and even if you're like me and you do a workout and then you're just like, oh, and you go get water, or just be real. Like, you don't have to be, like everyone's watching you, even though we are. Yeah, so definitely, and like sometimes I'll pick like the like shortest workout. Don't act like you guys have never done that before.
We're talking about going live though, right?
Yeah, just go live. You don't have to do a Zoom call. You can just go live in the group. I was gonna do Zoom, but all the people are gonna be like, I don't get it, and I was like, oh my god. All right, so we only have about 5 more minutes, but I wanted to share with you guys, since we watched that little video, a lot of things that scare people. And I really think that making that decision and we've talked about this before, is really doing things afraid. And, oh my God. Okay. Is really doing things afraid and getting out of that comfort zone, not waiting for the perfect time in your life, not waiting for the right time, and definitely just kind of jumping into it. And when I think about it, I think about your cold market. And I've had some people tell me, like, I can't be a coach because I don't know anybody. And you gotta be adding people into your network on a daily basis. Your cold market is essential, guys, for you growing on social media, okay? So, so you don't have to do this right now because we've done this before, but just think about things that describe you. Like, who are you? And those are the things that you want to, like, places you'd want to search people. Like today, I went in and I searched some mom groups, and then I also searched like people on Instagram that enjoy yoga. And those are the things that I like. So I actually just found a coach. I have joined a bunch of, I feel like everyone's in the UK right now, so I joined a bunch of groups in Canada because, like, no, everyone forgot about Canada because they, like, we went international. I feel, not forgot about, but they expanded to Canada a few years ago. So I feel like all the coaches are searching in the UK. So I went to Canada and I've joined a bunch of groups, and I actually just signed up a coach today by getting back to things that I enjoy and searching groups and trying to think like where people are. And don't be afraid to add people. You're not weird. Like, when you invite people, you're not weird. You're not like, you're not awkward. You're scared. I'm scared. Just do it afraid. Like, just go for it. And so what? If you totally mess it up, just delete them. Oh my God, guys. I was like, I cut and paste stuff, and sometimes I send the whole script to people, and I'm like, oh God, step 2. And I wrote, like, I copy and pasted like step 2. And I'm like, oops. And I'll just like delete that and run away. Because it's like, there's so many people in the world. I mean, fine. Sometimes I like totally mess up. But some things, building that foundation with people. When they accept your request, just send them a friendly, like, hey girl, or thanks for accepting my friend request. I love meeting new people on social media. Looks like we have a lot in common. Have a great day. And then get out of there. Okay? Just be you. Get out of there and write their name down. I'm doing about 20 of those a day. And it's super easy. Like, I'm watching, now I say Grey's Anatomy, but I watched the whole series from start to finish, and now I have like nothing to watch. But I used to just, when somebody accepted my friend request, I just used to send that to them and copy and paste it to like hundreds of people. And I wasn't going to talk to them if they're like, hey, how do I know you? Like, I wasn't on that step. I was just saying, hey girl, to all the people that, you know, accepted my friend request. And on Tuesday, if I have enough time to actually talk to people, I might then respond to them. But I wasn't on that step yet. So don't feel like you have to sit down for hours and be trapped in conversation. Being present is really important. People watch you. You have to be on a journey to share a journey. Okay, so if you have fallen off, you've got tired, you're going to start next week, you're going to do better in the new year, blah, blah, blah. You need to like get that out of your head. I mean, I guess it's going to be in your head, but if you're struggling, share that you're struggling. Be like, hey, like, you were probably following me for a while, and I was sharing my journey, and I've really fallen off, you know? I would love somebody to help me stay accountable. Be authentic. Talk about what you love about, you know, different products without saying the product. Talk about how it's helped you. And if it's not helping you and you're struggling, just be real, because people are going to appreciate that. And who in here has people watching them and then all of a sudden you're shocked when they bring it up? They're like, hey, I've been watching you, and they've never said anything. So many creepers out there. So what happens when people say no? I flip out. I'm just kidding. Like, people say no, it's okay, but the people that like tell me they're gonna do it in like 10 minutes and then never do, I'm like, Michelle, like, should I message them again? She's like, it was 10 minutes ago, stop being a psycho. And then she'll come along like an hour later and be like, can you believe this lady like told me she was gonna sign up and she didn't have enough money, and then she just went and bought this new pair of boots, and then you know, like, because we think about all that stuff, but we have to give our customers a break. Okay, if they say they're gonna sign up and don't, follow up with them, give them some space, and don't scare them away. Continue to rock your own journey. Focus on what you control. Continue to blow them away with your results. That is the best piece of advice that I can give you. And let people understand what you're doing. For example, I was at this party on Friday, and after I found my jeans I was looking for, because I could only find my mom jeans, which was like super ridiculous because I have like 2 pairs of trendy jeans and then I have like all these other jeans. And I felt like super cute in my jeans, and I went to this party and I was feeling good, like I was getting super fit. And like half the moms were like, I'm sorry, we don't have any of that healthy food like you eat, or we don't have any of that diet food like you eat. And I was like, you guys have my journey completely wrong, because I eat all kinds of foods, but I watch my portions. And I feel like I don't really explain that much. It kind of made me realize that I'm not talking about that I'm not on a diet. And Melanie Mitro actually made a post yesterday talking about how she was happy she didn't have to count calories, how she was happy she wasn't on a diet. But what she did was have a rocking group that helped her learn how to watch her portions. And I was like, wow, I had never said that. Everyone thinks I'm on a diet and eat celery the whole time. You know, and all these girls were saying that, and I was like, what? But then I felt like I blew them away, and I'm not putting myself on a soapbox, but it was this like dirty Santa party, and you trade like gifts, like, you know, it's called like Chinese Christmas or whatever it's called. I don't even know why they say that. That sounds terrible when I say it out loud. But and then a couple of the ladies like, wow, like you look really good, like when I got up. And then this other was like, yeah, she works her butt off to like stay consistent. And there were like some people I knew we were friends on Facebook, but I didn't really know if they like watched me. And I thought they were probably like being judgmental. And then they said something nice. I was like, wow, that's cool. And continue to follow up with them. Make lists of people. Make a list of people and re-follow up, because if they see you're consistent, then they will join you. You know, add someone to your, you know, from your target market, connect with people, sending out, hey girls, how are you? I don't know if you'd be interested in this, but we have a great group coming up for the new year. It's not like any fads or quick fixes, but we're really going to focus on portion control and enjoying ourselves, and, you know, something like that. Like write up a little thing and send out some invites to people. Obviously following up with them and give them results. Now, if you are stuck in the mindset that you invite some people and nobody wants to join you, and everyone's judging you, and everyone has excuses and blah, blah, blah. I used to be like that a couple years ago, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I need to change things up. Maybe I need to be more authentic in how I'm sharing. Maybe I haven't found the right people. Maybe I need to, no offense to moms, but I feel like moms are super busy, and I get more no's from moms than anybody. Maybe I need to get out of the mom groups. Maybe I need to go to like, you know, different kinds of groups, or people that just like puppies, and you have a dog and it's super cute and you bond over puppies, and then you invite them. So it doesn't have to be just fitness related. So I know that my calls are always like 80,000 tidbits of information. But before I ask you guys if you have any questions, I just wanted to do a quick recap. What we talked about today was we did obviously our motivational video that we did, which I absolutely loved that video. Talking about that 5-second rule. When your mind tells you you don't have time or you're too tired, just do a little bit. Like, you don't have to go like, you know, super psycho like me. This is all I do now, guys. It's all I do. Actually, this is all I used to do, and I taught full time, but I was miserable. I was exhausted all of the time. So do a little bit. It'll compound out over time. And don't just do the fun stuff. Do the super unsexy, hairy, scary, don't want to do this, get out of my comfort zone, get on the phone with people kind of stuff, and you're going to have success. So we did that. We did a quick refresher on cold market invites. And then I did some recognition, and whatever I talked about in the beginning of this call, I have no idea, but I guess it's recorded. So if you wanna, I'm trying to give you a recap, and I'm like, I don't even remember that part. But I'm sure it was super useful and awesome. So what questions do you, the scheduling, the dates, and, you know, don't like, maybe you could do something where you're going to go live and you're going to talk about how Christmas toys are super expensive for kids. They're ridiculous. Every toy, I feel like my kids want $150 each toy. My daughter wants a hoverboard in this little pet shop thing. It's $150 little lion. My son wants a ride-on stupid police little car thing, this other like race car set, and this other like science kit. And if I bought those 5 things, it would be like $1,500, you know? Like you could go live about that stuff. Like you could talk about favorite holiday foods one week. You could talk about you know, how Christmas is commercialized. You could talk about so many different things. And that, honestly, those coffee talks I do, those are the bread and butter of my business. Lord knows, a girl goes live and says she wants to chop off her boobs. You would not believe my business went through the roof in 48 hours. So, because I mean, I don't know if you guys saw that one, but I was talking about getting a mastectomy. But yeah, just trying to think of like little things you can talk about. And Jamie Nell does really good with that too, with her cooking shows. And Steve, you are super consistent in your fitness journey. I feel like you just need to get out of your comfort zone and put it out there, because you are rocking it and you could inspire so many people. It's kind of awkward when you're a guy, I think, because you're like talking to like, you know, younger-ish girls and they're probably like, who's this guy, you know? But always first guys, I always suggest to get a real professional banner, some pictures from Super Saturday, Summit. Reach out to me. I'll tell you the person that made mine, so that you look like you have a legit, I don't know what yours looks like, but that you look like you have a legit business and you're on a fitness journey. And when people go to that, they're going to be like, oh, okay, they see your storefront, and then they're more apt to join you. I don't know if you ever struggle with that.
Yeah, no, I got somebody working on it. I'm working on a new cover for my business page.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, guys. Well, what questions do you guys have for me? Anyone? Questions? Concerns? Comments? I guess that's everything. If you guys, I do have to go to New York, but I don't know when. My dad told me to wait until my sister is out of the hospital. We thought she was going to be out yesterday, but then she was having problems with something else, and then she was back in intensive care. So my schedule is like really like up in the air. Like I'm a control freak, so I have no idea really what I'm doing. But I plan on having, I do want to say something, sorry. Team calls right through. If I do have to take off and go somewhere, I will get a guest speaker for you guys. But we will not have a call on Christmas Eve, obviously, or New Year's Eve. Those both fall on a Sunday. But we will still do our coffee talks regularly, which if you can't get on this call, and don't use coffee talk just as a out of this call. This is our main call, but we also do a coffee talk strategic planning kind of like a motivational, just hang out call on Tuesdays at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Did anybody have anything to add for the good of the order? Like groups coming up that you're doing separately that I'm not aware of? Help that you need in your own groups? Anything before we jump off? I know Michelle, Jamie, you guys have a couple of different things going on. Megan, you have your group, but that's kind of like you and your local girls, right? So that's kind of separate. Did you guys anybody have anything for the good of the order? Good of the group?
I have a random question. It's
yes.
Mel. Is the all annual access challenge pack still $160 this month?
It is. It is. There, yeah, and everything is 2 points this month.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. And they always send me the Diamond Insider, and I didn't get it this month, which was weird because I'm like, hello.
Yeah.
But everything is 160. There is some that are 140. But I would always tell people the 161. And also, I know I'm going on, but I just want to tell you one more thing. I do, and I don't like doing this, but during the hard fourth quarter, I do give people incentives to sign up with me. Like one lady that signed up with me earlier, I have Shakeology out the wazoo, so I gave her, I said, if you sign up, I can give you 2 weeks worth of Shakeology packets. I give people like $5 Target gift cards. I say I'll throw in a gift card, but I don't tell them like how much it is. That's probably super sketch, but they'll give you this amazing gift card, like $10. And then I give them things like, and I send them little packets. Because it gives them an incentive. And always say that you can buy a program from anywhere, you can join a gym, but what's going to give you the slight edge and the results is working with me, you, and I am part of the top teams in the nation, and I definitely won't let you down if you want to commit. And I hate when I write that and I hit send and I want to crawl under a rock and die. And it really lets people know that, buying it from you is different, because I could probably get it cheaper on Amazon. So what do I need you for? You got to sell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everyone smile and give me a big cheese. I'm going to take your picture because I need content. Melissa?
I'm coming.
Everyone cheese. Love you guys. Thanks for jumping on. Have a great night.